Hello, Wallabies. This is Mrs. Johnson again, and I have a book that I want to share with you today. And I want to thank first Conscious Discipline for sharing some great resources that they have available, especially during this time when we are home, just like the characters in this story, Schubert and Sophie, stay home. All right, I'm going to move my face up here so I don't block our book. All right, so it says, things in Bug Valley have been different lately. Schubert and Sophie have been at home for many days. There's a new virus that's making a lot of people sick. Staying home helps keep families safe and healthy, and it helps keep the virus from spreading. People all over the world are staying home, just like we are. The first few days at home together were fun for Schubert and Sophie. It was kind of like spring break or a snow day. They played board games, they played outside, they took family walks. They even worked on a giant jigsaw puzzle together. What are some of the things that you have been doing with your family while you've been at home? Think about some of those things that you really enjoyed. Was it extra fun the first few days when you were home and it just felt like a big break from school? How's it starting to feel now? Are you still having a lot of fun? I hope so. One morning, after about a week of staying home, Schubert woke up grumpy. Have you ever felt grumpy or woken up grumpy? I have. He grumbled about doing his schoolwork. He grumbled about being at home and about missing his soccer games. He grumbled about everything. I wonder if you are like Mrs. Johnson, have you ever grumbled about things that just felt grumpy? How does that feel in your body if you're feeling grumpy? For me, my face starts to squish up sometimes. My hands and my muscles start to get a little tense. It doesn't feel very good when I'm feeling grumpy. Sophie woke up grumpy that very same day. She cried, I miss my school family. I miss my friends. And I'm angry my field trip to the zoo was canceled. She was having a lot of feelings, wasn't she? What were some of the feelings that Sophie was having? You remember? She was feeling grumpy and angry. A little bit sad, too. She missed her friends. You had some of those same feelings? Their grumpy feelings turned into grumpy actions. Sophie grabbed Schubert's pencil as he did his schoolwork. Schubert yelled, Stop! Mom! Sophie keeps bothering me. Ooh, look at Schubert's face. Can you tell by looking at his face how he's feeling? Mrs. Johnson said that sometimes my face gets Mm, all scrunched up when I'm feeling grumpy. Looks like Schubert's does too. Mom was feeling grumpy that day too. Have you ever seen adults feel grumpy? Guess what? Even adults and grown-ups feel grumpy sometimes. And that's okay. We all have those feelings sometimes. She snapped at Schubert and Sophie. Can't you two just stop fighting? Dad growled loudly. Enough! It was like the whole family had forgotten how to solve problems. They forgot how to ask for a turn. They forgot how to use their big voices. They even forgot how to take a deep belly breath. Some days, staying at home was hard. I wonder if you've ever felt like that, that sometimes, some days, staying at home feels hard. But they talked about some things that they had forgotten to do, like asking for turns, forgot how to ask for a turn. Do manners matter even if we're home with our family for a long time? Do you like it when people are polite to you, or do you like it when people forget their manners? I like it when people remember our manners, like asking for a turn. They also forgot how to use their big voices and be polite. And a big one, they even forgot how to take a deep belly breath. Oh, that helps Mrs. Johnson a lot sometimes. So I want to practice that with you. So I'm going to scooch back a little bit so you can see my hands on my tummy. Put your hands on your tummy. Breathe in through your nose. Feel your tummy getting big. And then blow out through your mouth. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can feel your tummy growing and then getting smaller again. Those deep breaths can help us feel better. Mom and Dad heard the frustration in their own voices and felt the knots in their stomachs. That's another thing we can feel if we're feeling grumpy or just not quite right. Sometimes we feel knots in our stomachs. What else do you feel when you're feeling grumpy or just not quite right? Mom and Dad looked at each other and then both took 3 deep breaths together. So let's do that. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Put your hands on your tummy. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, Mrs. Johnson needs deep breaths a lot to help me feel better. Finally, Dad said, "It's hard to have so many changes. It seems like we're all feeling big feelings, like sad and frustrated." So besides feeling grumpy, they were feeling sad. We mentioned angry before and frustrated. Have you felt any of those feelings while you've been at home? Mom said, "Schubert, you wanted to go to your soccer games and practice with your friends. Can you think of another feeling that Schubert might be feeling if he thought he was going to go to his soccer games and play with his friends and then he didn't get to go? He might be feeling disappointed." Mom continued, "Sophie, you wanted to go to the zoo with your class and play with your friends." Sophie nodded. Sophie might be feeling disappointed also. Have you felt disappointed about things that you thought you might get to do and then they didn't get to happen because we're at home? That's okay to have those feelings of disappointment. We expected some things to happen and they didn't. And that's okay to feel that way. Mom continued, "We can all handle staying home. It's hard. Has it been hard for you at all? It's been hard for me sometimes. But like right now, I just walked outside and it makes me feel better to walk outside. And even though there's a little bit of rain coming down, it feels so good to me to be outside. It's hard, but we can handle it. Breathe with me. Let's do that again." The whole family took 3 slow, deep breaths together. Their faces relaxed together, their faces relaxed, their eyes softened, and the knots in their stomachs faded away. That evening at dinner, Schubert said, "One of our assignments from Mrs. Bookbinder," that's his teacher, "is to write down one thing we're grateful for each day. Even after my grumpy day, I wrote that I'm grateful for my family." Sophie had an idea. "Let's all share a gratefulness." So they took turns sharing their gratitude. It felt so wonderful that they decided to make sharing gratefulness a regular part of their dinner time ritual. So I want you, let's see, I'm going to move my face again. There we go. Um, First, if when you feel grumpy, to try those deep breaths. So we tried it as we were reading the story. Let's try it again now. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Okay, ready? 1, 2, and 3. I hope that helps you calm down sometimes. It sure helps me. The other thing that I want you to do is write down 3 things that you are grateful for. So pause this video and find something to write on. If you don't have anything to write on, that's okay. You can still think about 3 things that you are grateful for. So pause this for a second and think about 3 things you're grateful for. Okay, did you think about 3 things that you are grateful for? I did. One of the things I am grateful for is my family, because even though we are together a lot right now, we have fun giggling together. We get to watch movies together. We get to talk and learn together. We like to play games together. So I am grateful for my family. Another thing that I am grateful for is the beautiful outdoors. And we want to be socially distant and not be near a lot of other people, but you can go outside and breathe fresh air, and that feels so good. So I am grateful for the outdoors. And one other thing that I am grateful for is for friends, and that even though we're not close together and we're not talking face to face, that we can still meet up on class meets. You might have seen your classmates or seen classmates on class meets. And I've enjoyed getting to see many of you on your class meets. And we know that we will get to be together again before too long. So we're just being patient. That can be hard, but we're working on being patient. Okay, so now that you have thought about 3 things that you are grateful for, I want you to tell someone in your home something that you appreciate about them, something that you are grateful for that that other person does. So think about that. Did you think about something you want to tell someone else? Pause this video and go tell them right now. Okay, did you get to tell someone what you were grateful for? One thing that I am going to share is that I'm going to tell my oldest daughter who's here at home right now, that I appreciate that she is doing so well with cooking. She makes amazing things for us to eat, and I feel like I'm learning new things from her about cooking delicious foods, and I am very grateful for that. All right, the last thing that I want you to do is going to be not something you're going to do right this second, but every day. So I want you to try playing the gratefulness game at least once every day. So this could be with someone, just one person at your home. It could be if you all sit down for a meal that you play the gratefulness game together. If nobody has time, you could still play the gratefulness game and share some of your gratitude with a stuffed animal or a book or anything. So but be sure to share your gratefulness every day, because recognizing all the wonderful things that we have really can help us get through this challenging time. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. And remember, starting to feel a little bit grumpy, that's okay. Or frustrated, or mad, or sad, any of those feelings. Try taking some deep breaths. Try taking some space apart if you need to do that. And recognize how that feels in your body when you're starting to have those feelings. Does it give you a knot in your tummy? Does it make your face clench up or your muscles feel tense? Be aware of that and take some deep breaths. Oh, that helps Mrs. Johnson a lot. And then I want you to practice the gratitude every day. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I look forward to seeing you again at Westlake Elementary School very soon. Have a good one.